Guys, this is the PTA coach. We are back as I fix my hat. Good evening to all my PTA students, all my future PTA students, and for those of you that are on the cusp, when I say cusp, I mean you're about to take your exam, okay? On Tuesday and Wednesday. That's the first and the second. I wish all of you, okay, nothing but success. Okay, we come in here with our head held high and we go out there and we fight and we win, guys. And when we win, what I mean by that is we end up getting our license. Okay, so I'm here for you for that, guys. I know I've been busy, so many things going on, trying to work out a few things here and there. And so, yes, we know the big day is here. Okay, it's like I said, I'm gonna look at the dates just to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Okay, for a lot of you taking the exam, okay, I'm talking about the April exam. That will be April the 1st, which is Tuesday, and April the 2nd, which is Wednesday. Here it is, guys. It is here. So before we continue, I want to appreciate all of you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you so much. If you want more details about me as far as like what I do, obviously I'm a licensed physical therapist assistant in the state of Texas. I am your PTA coach. Watch a lot of my videos. I talk about my qualifications, how long I've been doing this. As far as the channel is concerned, the channel is brand new, yes, but I've been in the world of physical therapy since 2016, guys. So I have a lot to share with a lot of us. Now, let me make this quick announcement before we continue. Just like the video says, it's PTA exam last minute review. A lot of you right now, it's just I know how you feel. I've been through these moments, and we'll talk about that a little later on. But for the last minute review, here are the times that I have right now. Okay, for March the 31st, which is tomorrow. The first one will be at 1 p.m. It's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. The second one will be from 4:30 to 5:30, okay, Central Standard Time. So guys, when you come in, just as I tell you in all my videos, we stand on business. I don't teach, okay? The last thing you want from me right now is the teaching. If you want more information about why I say I don't teach, just watch my videos. I go into detail, I go in depth, and I explain the whole process of why I coach, okay? So when you come in tomorrow, we're going to be doing our review, guys. We're straight to the review, okay? I'm going to be handling things I feel are important on the exam. Now, don't limit yourself, guys. I know at this point you've studied, you've done the tutoring, you've gone through the teaching, you've taken the exams, the quizzes in school, you've done your school skill comps, okay? So all those things are behind us now. The aim is to get you across the bridge. You will hear me saying that a lot of times in the videos, to get you across the bridge. And what I mean by that is for you and for all of us to get our license. Okay. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you so much. God bless you. So that's my aim. Okay. So you get more out of me at the workshop. If you notice, a lot of times when I come on here, I'm giving you general information. I always talk about the book and review and all that good stuff. Yeah, the exam is here. Okay, the exam is here. So we just have to go out there and pass this, guys. That's all I want. I want success for everybody. I want success for every single person on this platform. Okay, 100%. Yes, just like you say, 100%. So come to the workshop. Once again, it's tomorrow, which is March the 31st. And I'm going to just pull this paper in front of me. It's 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also March the 31st from 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. Help me welcome to the channel, Juice World. Juice World, welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for joining at this time. Thank you for the like. Okay. So yeah, the exam is here. Okay. Now I've said this so many times. According to what I've searched up, okay, I believe through the FSBPT or MPTE, you can search it up for yourself. 85% of the people that take this exam pass. 85%. So if we have 1,000, which I would imagine there will be more than 1,000 students taking this exam, out of 1,000, if 85% pass, that means 850 people pass this exam. So I want you to tell yourself tonight that you will be among the 85% that pass. You have to pass. We don't have any other choice. We have to pass. Now, if you've been to my workshops, you know what it's all about, okay? I go through strategies, words of wisdom, how to approach this. Because we've been told, okay, that we will be asked well-structured questions. So we have to prepare for well-structured questions. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. Okay? Anything I tell you guys on this platform, I want you to search it up for yourself. And if I'm wrong about anything I say, hey, just say, hey, coach, what you said is not correct. It's supposed to be this and not that. And I'll own up to my mistake. Okay? And I'll make the correction. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, guys, help me welcome to the channel. You might be my first, let me see here, PT student. Okay, he's a PT student. You might be my first PT student or PTA student to make a comment. So welcome to my channel. Please share my channel with a lot of people out there. Like I said, I've been in the world of therapy since 2016. When you watch that video where it talks about me passing the exam, that is true. Okay. When you join the workshop, not just you, but anybody that joins the workshop, you want to listen to my story, what it's all about. There's a backstory to everything I'm talking about, and everything adds up. Okay. So yeah, welcome to my channel, guys. Yeah, I've shared that story so many times about my experience when I took the exam. Oh my gosh. Guys, first of all, I made sure I got there on time. Okay, I'm just sharing tips with all of us. Make sure you get to the exam center on time. The traffic out there, I don't know about where you guys live. The traffic out here, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You have to leave on time, okay? The last thing you want is on exam day when you're going through all these emotions to get there late. You just don't want that for yourself. So what I did for myself is number one, I got to the exam center on time, okay? As a matter of fact, when I got there, I still had like 45 minutes left. I told myself I'd rather be there early than late. That's number one, okay? Number two, guys, on the day of the exam, don't even worry about opening up this book. Not just this book, anything that you've used to study, don't even worry about it at that point trying to flip through the app or through the book or anything that you've used to study. That is not the time, okay? Because a lot of times you find yourself thinking, oh my gosh, there's something in here that I have not studied. No, I don't want you to have that mindset. That is not the time for that. The third tip I want to share with all of us right now is this. Make sure you eat. Please, guys. Please, please. This is a 4-hour exam. Go watch that video where I talked about, can you pass this exam in 4 hours? This exam is 4 hours. Now, for PTs, I don't know how long the exam is, okay? But for PTAs, when I took the exam, I had 4 hours. So please, don't go to the exam center starving. Please make sure you eat breakfast. Please, I plead with you because you need all the energy in the world. This is an energy drainer, okay? I don't mean that in a bad way, but you will be using a lot of brain cells up there, okay? You will be using a lot of the things you've learned in school up here to answer the questions. So please make sure you have breakfast. Also, when you're having that breakfast, make sure you hydrate. Think about it, guys. We are going into the world to become professional, licensed physical therapist assistant. We talk about patient education, by the way, right? As a physical therapist assistant, even as a physical therapist, we talk about patient education. So if we are in the business, if part of what we do is educating our patients on what they should do or what they should not do, and how they need to take care of their bodies, we should take care of our own bodies. We should. Now, I'm not telling you this, guys. I mean, personally, I don't like coffee, right? I'm just not the coffee kind of person. What do I have to say about that? Well, coffee has caffeine, right? What does caffeine do? Then we add the sugar, okay? What does it do? Is this something we want to drink on exam day? I'm not saying that if you drink coffee on exam day, you will not be successful. No, 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 no. But you have to really pay attention to your body. I pay close attention to mine, guys. I can tell you when I'm getting hungry, when I'm getting agitated, when I'm drowsy, when I'm sleepy. I do understand my body. So please, on exam day, please, if possible, leave the coffee alone. You don't want the sodas, guys, because it has that sugar. Come on, guys. We've done the whole anatomy and physiology class. We know the effects of all these things in our bodies, right? So we don't want to have that sugar rush the first 30 minutes, and then the rest 3 hours and 30 minutes we have that sugar crash to where we don't have enough energy to pull through. We need all the energy in the world, okay? And then as we roll through, guys, if I think of any other tips, as far as like with the exam, I share with all of us. Now, mind you, when you go into that exam, and they will tell you this: you can't take your phone, you can't take your watch in there, your glasses, right? They're gonna have to inspect your glasses, make sure you don't have any kind of recording devices on your glasses. They'll do all that, okay? They're gonna grab that wand and wand you, okay? They're gonna search you, okay? So be ready for that. Don't ever think you can go in there taking stuff in there. You can't, okay? So that's why I've told you guys on this channel that when you attend the workshop, 100%, 1000%, I got your back, right? Because we're going through a lot of material in here, right? I don't teach. Once again, you guys know what I mean by that. But we're going through a lot of things here, and I'm preparing you for this, right? So when you come to the workshop, is your time to ask questions about the coaching. It is your time. Okay, coach, how do I approach this? Okay, coach, what do I do about that? What do you think about this? I got your back. But guess what? When you go into the exam hall, this PTA coach will be nowhere close to that exam hall. You know why? Because I took my exam and I passed. Okay? And so for that reason, I have no business in that exam center. But guess what? You have business in that exam center. So you have to go there and stand on business. That's what you have to do. Yeah. If I show up to that exam center with you, wherever you are all over the country, and they ask you for your ID, and they sign you in and they get you in, and they ask for my ID, my name is not going to show that I'm taking the exam on that day. So the next question they're going to ask is, okay, sir, we don't see your name here. Did you register for this exam? My answer is going to be no. Okay, well, how else can we help you? I don't have anything that you can help me with. I have no business there. Okay, so I can't show up there. Okay, you can't use AI. I'm not, by the way, guys, I do not condone any form of cheating. I'm not asking you guys to do otherwise. I'm just telling you this is a fact. You can't use that computer that you're using to take the exam to search for answers. All you have at that point is you. That's all you have is you at that point. And so with everything that I've been walking you guys through in the workshop, that prepares you to stand for you. Okay? I want you guys to pass. I know I come across a certain way when I do my videos, when I talk to all of you, but I say this with compassion because I know how it feels. I've been to PTA school just like you. I've been in the classroom just like you have. I've gone through those skill comps just like you have. I've gone out and done clinical rotations just like you did. So I know exactly everything you guys are feeling. I know. I know the days, hours that I spent studying. Look at this book, guys. One of my friends, when I showed this book to one of my friends, they told me that the book scares them. This book alone has 1,000 pages. 1,000. And throughout the course, throughout the weeks and months, I've been telling all of you, don't ignore anything in the book. Everything is fair game. As a matter of fact, when you come to the workshop tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys, we're going to go through a review, right? But please do not limit what you know to what I talk about, because there could be other things that I don't talk about that show up. Anything is fair game. Anything is fair. A lot of you that have taken the exam in the past, you know what I'm talking about. Anything that you've studied in your school and in the book or the app or anything that you're using to study is fair game. So don't come back and say, oh, coach, well, you didn't talk about this and that. No, the responsibility is yours. It is yours, not mine. It's yours. Do not limit your knowledge to what you go through in the workshop. We can't be talking about practice exams right now, guys, because the exam is on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm going to look at the dates so that everything I'm telling all of us is correct. Yeah, the exam is on Tuesday and Wednesday. And the turnaround for the results are quick, guys. I believe I took my exam on a Thursday, and on a Wednesday the following week, the results were out. Yes, because I remember taking my exam and I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait the whole 7 days to check my results. And my mind kept telling me, hey, you need to come into this room on this same desk and check your results. And sure enough, I checked my results on a Wednesday and it was out. It said passed. It said passed. I experienced victory. So, guys, you have to talk to somebody who actually took the exam and passed the exam. You have to talk to somebody like me, okay? You have to talk to somebody who actually has the license, like me. You have to talk to somebody who's had the experiences, like me. I've been licensed since 2016. 2016, guys. I've worked in different settings. I've worked in home health. I've worked in outpatient. I've worked in skilled nursing facility. I've actually done some travel physical therapy assignments. So I know what the market demands. And there's plenty of work out there. So don't even sit here and say, oh, coach, I'm worried about work. No, get the license. There's plenty of work out there. There's plenty of work. The only time it would cost you or it would take you a longer time to find a job is if you're looking for a particular job. Let's say, for example, you get your license and you say to me, hey, coach, all I want to do is work in a hospital. Okay, but there's hospital jobs out there. Once you get your license, you should not have to look for a job for more than 2 weeks. 2 weeks is actually too long. Oh my gosh. And if you come into home health, like you got your license, they verify you. Like let's say you go to a company or some companies and you tell them you're a licensed physical therapist assistant and they verify that you are and that your license is legit, everything is good to go. You will be working like almost the next day. Once you go through the whole processing phase, I'm talking about the administrative phase and orientation and all that, you'll be working. So wherever you are right now, all over the country, I don't know how it works in other parts of the world, but in America, once you get your license as a physical therapist assistant, you're ready to go. So focus on this. This right here is important. The exam, getting the license is very, very important. It's imperative. I'm not going to go through repeating all the things that I've said before, like how we only have 6 attempts. I know for PTs, I don't know how many attempts we have for PTs. I'm not talking, I don't coach PTs, by the way. I just noticed that this person that joined, Darth, is a second year PT student. Okay, so but for PTAs, when we're taking the state board, we only have 6 attempts, 6 lifetime attempts, guys, to get this. That's all we have. As a matter of fact, if we score a 400 or lower 2 times, that's it. That's a wrap. So everything I talk about is very important. I use the word imperative. Everything I talk about is imperative, guys. We have to be serious about this. Think about it. You and I spent 24 months, right? A lot of PTA schools are 24 months. Guess what, guys? Mine was 19 months. So everything you had to learn in 24 months, I had 19 months to get it done. 19 months. We covered 5 major topics. 5. Musculoskeletal, that's 1. Cardiovascular and pulmonary, that's 2. Nervous system, that's 3. Non-system, that's 4. Other systems. That's a lot of stuff to learn in 24 months. As a matter of fact, in 19 months, it's a lot of stuff. But you and I got to this point to where we were able to take the state board exam. So we can't let it go. We have to get this. We don't have a choice. We have to get this, guys. We have to. And if you're scoring a 400, let me say that 2 more times. If you scored a 400, something is just not right. I don't know what courses you guys are using out there, and I've said this so many times. I respect all the courses out there, all the teachers, any kind of programs out there, both on YouTube or anywhere else that are offering the same type of thing that I'm offering. I respect all of you. But think about it. You took those courses, and after that, you scored a 400. There are parts of the puzzle that are missing. There's a lot of broken links in your studying that need to be fixed immediately. We don't have the time. And let's think about this, guys. Let's say you took a loan to go to PTA school. Now you're having to repay this loan and you still did not get your license. That's a devastating feeling. So we can't afford to score a 400 on this exam. And think about it. If you scored a 400, guys, you're 200 points away from passing. That's a high jump. Is it possible? Yeah. But it will take a lot to get us to 600. Now, if you scored a 598, 596, 590, okay, yeah. You put the work in, you pass the exam. Yeah, we can work with that. We can also work with the people that scored a 400. I'm not saying I can't work with you, but it takes a mindset, guys. Come to the workshop, you get more out of me in the workshop, okay? That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. So once again, I want to repeat the times. We're having our last minute review. When I say last minute, like I said, it's last minute. It's tomorrow, which is March the 31st from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also tomorrow, we're having another one from 4:30 to 5:30. It's only an hour, guys. The one and at 1 o'clock is 2 hours. Now, we're not gonna go covering every single thing, I mean, that's 5 major topics like I talked about earlier. We'll go as far as we can, okay? But you need your rest because the next day is the exam. So I'm not going to overwhelm you with all this stuff, okay? And so after the first and the second, we'll continue with the workshops because guess what? We have 4 chances to take this exam, okay? So we're praying for victory when you take this exam that you don't have to retake it. But we have 4 chances throughout the year to take this exam. You guys know that. We have January, okay? We have April, okay? We have July, and we have October. Those are the 4 chances. We call that a calendar year, okay? So I believe if we fail 3 times in a calendar year, we will not be allowed to take it in the 4th one. That's my understanding, okay? Because I feel like the board feels like we need to spend more time studying, and then we have to take the exam the next calendar year, okay? So those are the things. So I always talk about numbers on my channel all the time. So I talked about the 6 lifetime attempts. I've talked to you guys about the 5. There's 5 major topics, okay? I've talked to you guys about the 4, okay? And I've talked about the 3, okay? So we all need to know about those things. If you guys have any questions for me for the few minutes that we have left, please ask. And once again, the questions would revolve around the coaching, okay? The coaching. The reason I tell you guys I don't teach is this. For all of us right now, we've gotten to this point, and I'm talking about for all of you taking the PTA State Board exam. Let me make that very clear, okay? We've gotten to the point of taking our exam. Now, that means that we've gone through PTA school, right? Since we've gone through PTA school, that means that we've gone through the teaching, we've gone through the tutoring, we've gone through the instructing. So when you come into my workshop, I'm not going to come up and from scratch start teaching you stuff. That's stuff that you can learn on your own, that you have learned on your own. I'm teaching you, I'm coaching you through strategies to get you to pass the exam. We have to make that very clear. And I've been telling all of you in all my videos as much as possible, trying to be as transparent as possible with all of you, okay? So don't expect the teaching in the workshop. Think about it, guys. Look at this right here. Let me show you guys something real quick. This is cardiovascular, okay? Look at how many pages we have in cardiovascular. I just clicked this. This is out of the whole book. Do you guys think that when you come to the workshop, I'm going to step in there and be like, okay, guys, welcome back to my workshop. We're going to be talking about the neuromuscular and nervous system. Okay, and by the way, the cranial nerves and ganglia, there's 12 pairs of cranial nerves that exit the skull through the foramina. Why would I come into the workshop reading that to you? That's stuff that you can read on yourself. That's not a good use of your time. And by the way, guys, the workshops are not free. I've told you guys this in all my work, in all the videos, okay? It's not free. I have to make that very clear. Everything you're getting here on YouTube, of course, is free. It's not free. So for the time that you spent and the resource and the energy that you've invested in this, I can't come in here reading stuff to you. That's stuff that you can read by yourself. Yeah, we know there's 12 cranial nerves. Okay, we start with the olfactory. Okay, and where do we end with? The last one down the line, number 12. Who can tell me? Okay, we all know those things. We all know those things. One, two, three, four, five. We know about the five and the seven. A lot of us on the exam, we mix up the five, cranial nerve five, with cranial nerve seven. Five is trigeminal, right? Seven is what, guys? We mix those things up. Facial. Come to the workshop. I share more information. Okay, once again. All right. So, like I said, I'm not going to come in there and start reading stuff to you. Number 12 is what? Hypoglossal. I'm not going to come in there reading stuff to you guys. It's a waste of your time and energy. Waste of time and energy. So, any questions you guys have, please ask. Any questions you have, please ask. Let's see. Yeah, I know you guys can see my book. Yeah, that's a picture of the brain. That's a picture of the brain. Let's see. So when I say I'm your coach, another thing I want to explain to you guys real quick is this. I take a holistic approach. Okay, what I mean by that is I look at you as the individual and everything around you. Think about it. When you get into PTA school, what is one of your goals? It's to stay afloat. Why? Because you're learning so many things at a fast pace. You only have 24 months and you're learning those 5 major things. So I coach you on how to stay afloat. It's important. You will notice that when you go to some of these schools, these PTA schools, they will tell you don't work. But some of us have to work. But I now understand why they tell us not to work, because it's a lot of stuff. I don't know about PT school, how it works, but they told us, hey, don't get a job. You need to focus on this. This is your job for the next 24 months. I do understand why. I do understand why, because if you fall behind in any of these things, oh my gosh, it's almost a wrap. It is almost a wrap. For a lot of you, when you fail your skill comps, this is what I'm made to understand now. I don't know how it works for you guys now, but I'm made to understand that if you fail your skill comps, you can almost fail out of the program. Or you fail a class, you're going to have to wait for another. There's just so many things. There's so much pressure that you're dealing with. Okay. So I coach you through staying afloat. Also, for a lot of you considering going into PTA school and you're not quite sure, you're thinking about all these professions in healthcare, which is great, right? Because one of the many things that healthcare profession provide for us is stability. So you think about all these things. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do nursing? Should I become a pharmacist? Should I go to medical school? Should I go to PTA school? Should I become a podiatrist? There's so many things you think about, right? I coach you through that. We have a one-on-one consult. I share with you my experiences, what I did, what I'm doing, what's making me successful, and how I feel like it's going to help you. Okay. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything else you guys need to ask? Once again, like I said earlier, you get more out of me out of the workshop. That's what we go into details. Now, when I tell you guys on my videos that I don't go into slides, I have to make that very clear. When I say I don't go into slides, I mean I don't teach. I coach. Those are two different things. I coach, okay? At this point, what you need is coaching to get across the bridge. And on the other side of the bridge is your license. So going back to this, yeah, I mean, and then if you think about it, guys, it's almost impossible to pass this exam if you don't knock down this chapter, which is cardiovascular, if you don't knock down musculoskeletal, okay? And if you don't knock down what, guys? Neuromuscular. If you don't knock down those three, it's almost impossible to pass the exam, because those three chapters alone make up for almost 50% of the exam. I mean, I'm not telling you that non-systems and other systems are not important, but I'm telling you that those three chapters are very heavy. They're loaded with a lot of questions. So we have to go out there and succeed. All right. What else, guys? Any questions? Anything you want to ask me about the coaching? Any questions you have? Okay, and by the way, guys, I can't say all this without dropping my email address. So here is my email address. Okay, here is my email. Let me drop it right here. For you to join the workshop, send me an email. Okay, so it's AKALUSO, the number 40 at gmail.com. Guys, you have to send this in time because the workshops fill up fast. They fill up very fast. So you have to send, like tonight, if you're watching this, or if you know somebody that needs this, you need to, because I can only fit so many people in each workshop because I try to give you guys as much attention as possible. And so if we have too many people in there, it gets kind of rowdy a little bit, and it's hard for me to answer the coaching questions that you guys might have. Okay. So here's my email address right there. Akaluso40@gmail.com. Let's just post that right there. So send an email there so you can get the help you need. If you watch my other videos, I've been talking about this email also. Send an email address so you can join the workshop. It's that simple, guys. It's not complicated. Send it tonight, send it tomorrow. You got to send it before these things fill up fast. The first one, like I said, is tomorrow, which is March 31st, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We also have March 31st from 4:30 to 5:30. Okay. So send an email so we can link up. All right, so that's all I have for tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining tonight. And also, yeah, what I was trying to say is this. After this one, we'll be prepping for the next exam. So the next one will be in July. So for a lot of you that have registered for the July exam, we will be prepping for that also, okay? Just once again, send an email. I give you guys details, and we'll link up for that workshop or the workshops, okay? All right, what else, guys? Let's see here. I think I'm giving you guys all that I need to provide for you guys for tonight. And so tomorrow in the morning, if possible, I'll go live again just to remind all of us and to share some more information about the upcoming workshops and the things that we need to do. I hope you guys got the tips that I shared. You can go back and watch this video about the day of the exam, what to do, tips, wisdom, words of wisdom, okay? All right, guys, I appreciate you guys for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do. And I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Please enjoy your week and go out there and succeed. And when you succeed, we all succeed and celebrate in the glory. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.